my name is Dan Clark, and I was born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness for 40 years. And after 40 years, I decided to leave. I'm now 51. I've been out for 11 years. And it's just my privilege and my honor to share with you things that the Watchtower would never want you to know. You know, now that I'm outside, now that I'm free, I can see things so clearly. It's so wonderful. I've gotten all that religious ideology out of my head, and I've really been reborn anew by God Himself. And it's a wonderful feeling. And today I just wanted to talk about one of their principles and just share some information that you'd probably never hear unless you were a Jehovah's Witness. And what this information today has to do with is disfellowshipping. You've all heard of it. If you get in trouble within the organization, then they give you a warning, maybe a slap on the hand and a private reproof, say shame on you and don't do it again. But if you do it again, or maybe a third time, you're actually expelled from the congregation, what they call the Christian congregation. And nobody can talk to you. But I want to tell you how this can turn into a life and death situation, and how it did almost for one sister that I knew. There was a young sister a few years back. She was about 18, and she was just a really nice sister, and she got involved with some what we call worldly association outside of our organization. And there was some sexual contact. Well, the elders brought her in and said, hey, you know, don't do that again. You know, if you do, we're going to put you on reproof. And anyway, she really liked these guys and this guy or whatever, and she got in trouble again. And because of her good conscience, she went to the elders and told them. And they said, if you do this again, we're going to have no choice but disfellowship you. So anyway, she didn't do it for a while. It was a few months, and she really listened to the counsel and so on and so forth. And but then about a month later, she was out at the beach somewhere, and she met some guy. And anyway, the same thing happened again. And anyway, but only something different happened this time. One, they disfellowshipped her. They said, absolutely, you're unrepentant and you need to be outside the organization. The only problem was that the girl was pregnant. And this boy that got her pregnant went back to the military. Well, guess what happens? Well, because she's disfellowshipped, that means nobody can talk to you. Not even your mother, not even your father. So this girl was pregnant down in Houston without any contact whatsoever, any family contact. Her mother, following the advice of the elders and being in subjection to the elders, said, you know, we can't talk to you, we can't help you, shame on you. You didn't listen to the advice of the elders. There was no love. There was no love. This girl, almost that close to committing suicide because she was completely alienated from her religion that she loved so dearly. Her mother cut her off. The elders cut her off. All the people in her congregation cut her off. Well, thank God there was what they call a weak brother, a brother that wasn't doing so well. He used to be an elder, and he had just kind of, you know, stepped down from his privileges. He saw this girl, and he saw that she was pregnant and that nobody was coming to her aid. So he told her, he said, hey, come on over. They were a retired couple, him and his wife. And he said, come on over. You could stay with us. And they helped her, and they nurtured her, and they nurtured her back to health and helped her have her baby. And it was a wonderful thing. But what's sad is that this was a weak brother. It was a weak brother that demonstrated love. You know what I mean? How crazy is that? To be in a religious ideology that can't see past law. That can't see past law. The scripture said, remove the wicked person from among you. But they can't see that this person was young and helpless and pregnant and desperate. That girl almost died because of people not thinking, not using their brain. And that's what happens many times when you get involved in a cult, when you get involved in an ideology. You stop thinking for yourself. And when you go into a kingdom hall, there's lots of teachers. The elders are your teachers. the faithful slave in Brooklyn, New York, the Watchtower. Those are your teachers. You don't think for yourself anymore. And that's why that girl almost died, because nobody was thinking. Everybody was living out of this ideology, out of this scripture that says, remove the wicked person from among you. That girl almost died. Just something else that I thought you should know about the witnesses and about what they're never, ever going to tell you about their strict, very strict ideology on if you make some mistakes and you get disfellowshipped, you're out of there. You know it takes many times over a year to get back? Do you know what you got to go through to get back into the organization? I'll tell you in the next video. It's very interesting. And anyway, just thank you. And it's just something else I thought you should know about the Watchtower organization. Thank you.